What's around, everybody? Welcome to the Oracle reading for the Lilith in Cancer and the new moon in Cancer. Whoa, and this is what? Cancer season. That's all I gotta say. Oh my gosh. So y'all Cancers out there, someone says, how you doing? How you doing? All right. So this is a reading. This is going to be an Oracle reading about your security, you know? What you need to feel secure or to have your securities be met. All right, so that card or this card is going to tell you about that. And if you have a cusp moon, all right, that means your moon is falling within 2 signs, then definitely you should be watching 2 of the moon signs, right? Whatever it is. So, like for instance, I am a Gemini Cancer cusp moon sign. So I usually have to watch a Gemini moon reading and a Cancer moon reading in order to get a full perspective of the emotional side of things, right? When it comes to the moon, right? So the fem side of the things, however you want to talk about it. But this is a card about how your securities are being met. This is going to be also, you're going to relate it to generational curses. Because with Lilith being there, honey, Lilith is big mama that don't play, okay? She that one that, listen, ain't no holding back. We're going to get this all out, and we're going to get it out yesterday. Okay, that's Big Mama for you, okay? Big Mama be like, no, we should have got this out 10 years ago. Okay, so she's here. Okay, and she's hanging out in Cancer with the new moon in Cancer season. So yes, she planned this. She planned this, honey. You know, when a grandmother or a great grandmother planned the perfect time to catch you behind. You know what I mean? You know, especially the real old grandmamas, y'all know. They be right there. You think they had bunions. You thought they had arthritis. You thought they had a hearing loss and can't see. Yeah, that energy right there. Smooth but deadly, right? Shoot. All right, so let's get into it so we don't waste any more time. And I'm going to start off with Aries and go all the way down. Have a wonderful day and night during this Cancer transit with the new moon in Cancer and the Lilith in Cancer during Cancer season. That's around Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mars. But this is for the moon of Aries. So if you have moon in Aries, or if you want to know a little bit about the Mars that's in Aries, this is a card for you, opening to discovery. Okay, so this is what you need in order to be your securities to be met, in order for you to confront any kind of generational curses that you're holding on to, knowingly or unknowingly. So as people, we tune into information from outer environments, right, from the ethers. Then, you know, we assign meaning to them within our psyche, you know, just to make them real or to make them understandable for us to be able to process them. That's why when people dream, they usually dream about familiar people, places, and things, but the dream is technically not those people, places, and things. That's just how you be able to interpret the energy that the dream is trying to tell you what it's all about, right? So they use familiar things like people, places, and things, right? But since the internet is here, it's crazy, right? It's just more information being fed at a constant rate, and it's so fast that it's hard for the human brain to process it and to take action at everything that we processed, all in this 24-hour cycle that we're on, you know, from start to finish, right? And it can cause us a lot of trouble. You know, a lot of people will say this is why a lot of children now don't have a lot of attention, because, or now anybody, right? Because adults is just as addicted as to kids. But let's just keep it at kids for right now, that they're so addicted to it, and information is coming so fast. Even somebody who sits and watches TV a lot or play games, the seconds of frames that happens within the number of amounts of frames that happen 1 second is just astronomical, that the brain is just constantly firing. So when it shuts down and it doesn't have that to fire it, it kind of feels depressed because it doesn't have all that stimulation anymore. And this is where you get the, outrage of not having their phone, or, the internet being shut down, or, a website not working, or an app not working, because people are fiending for that information. But in this time, you're open to discovery. You have to use discernment with this opening, because when you open, you are allowing just about anything and everything to come through. And if you stay open, anything and everything will come through. So this is why you have to have discernment. You have to be able to choose and make the decisions of what type of information is going to be fed to you. What things are you going to see that's going to be fed to you? The area, the environment, what's going to be fed to you. All of that is going to play on your psyche, and it could bring you into a point where you just constantly stay stuck because you're not choosing what you want in your space, what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to move and groove to. You're just going with the flow and just being open and just whistling on Dixie down the road, skipping and thinking all is good. But it's a point of protection that you have to have for yourself when you are open, right? So definitely the choice is yours. So take power and control. So the universe is always engaging with us. There's not a shut off button. It's all a part of everything. So use your tuition, to help you in tune with the environment, just like an oracle, just use the space, the energy that's going on. For instance, Aries, you have a lot of stuff going on in your planets, in the area that you have Aries in. So there's Jupiter there, there's Mars is chilling there, there's Chiron chilling there, you know what I mean? So you just like, oh my gosh, you got all these good knowledge and information and passion and motives, and just, you're doing some self-discovery at the same time, and now you got to heal in order to use all that Jupiterian knowledgeable passion, let's do this energy to guide your right steps, okay? So it's kind of like listen without attachment, be in it but not of it type thing, you know what I mean? Just so that you can stay open to receive the real gems, the real nutrients, the real substance energy that you need in order for you to continue on this growth, to discovery, to continue on this expansion, this spiritual expansion, and making this grow and expand to something of a reality where you can physically touch, taste, and see it, So it is going to take time, and it does take discipline, because some things that you used to do, you can't do no more. Some people you used to hang around with, you might not be able to hang around them as much no more. Some places that you used to go, you cannot really go anymore. And things you used to watch, and et cetera, and et cetera. Now it's time to be choosy about your space, your energy, and what you put your intention into. It's not an egotistical thing. You're just using discernment. Have a wonderful day and night, Aries moon. Aries moon during this Cancer moon and this Lilith in Cancer. What's around Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your oracle card reading for the new moon in Cancer, as well as Lilith in Cancer, and we're in Cancer season. So let's do the Lilith too. Let's do Lilith. We have Lilith and Taurus. All right, let's get it all in, because everybody is all together, right? So we might as well talk about it. You got people in the club, you got people around the club, they're waiting in line to get in the club, people in the parking lot, people on their way to the club. This is what's going on, okay? The focus is centered. Not centered, but just see like everybody is on their way to the same spot. All right, so the uncharted seas. Okay, now I got through with the Taurus, the Cancer season for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and it was talking about heartbreak and healing from those emotions. So now this reading over here is with the Cancer and Black Moon Lilith That's in Cancer. This is talking about what's going to make you secure. You know, this is going to talk about confronting any kind of generational curses that you have going on. And you got Uranus and North Node in Taurus. So you have to think outside the box. You know, it's time to think outside the box because that's what you need to be focusing on like right now. So yes, you know, this is a very emotional time. I pulled the emotional card for you for the Cancer season reading, so you can go back and look at that. And then we got this, okay, it's time for you to break free and break loose. So I'm putting it together from hurt, you know. So stepping into the unknown, you know, your comfort zone is exactly your safe spot, you know, especially as a Taurus, you know. But now, you know, it's time to change things up a little bit, okay? It's kind of like you're on a journey, you know. You know, any kind of journey that a character goes on in the movie is kind of like a heroic journey where they go through all these trials and tribulations and this and that in order to reach the final destination, the final goal, where yes, they've been through all this, but it's made them stronger, it's made them wiser, it's made them tougher, it's made them all kinds of things. And through the whole story, you've been cheering them on. So that's kind of how it is right now. So something is stirring around you. Adventure is calling you, okay? So you may want to resist the urge. You've been resisting the urge since Uranus has been in Taurus, and that has been a long time, okay? So just let it go. Uranus is going to be there for a minute. So, and the North Node is chilling in a minute. It was in Gemini, and it moved its way on back to Taurus. Because obviously Taurus got to get the message, okay? So start to leave your comfort zone because it's going to be essential to your well-being. It's going to be essential to you, the security that you want met. It's going to be essential to breaking any kind of generational curses that you may know or may not know, right? Because not everybody knows their blood family here. You know, some people are adopted or raised by somebody else, or you know, all kind of stuff, foster care, all kind of stuff, right? Lying, all kind of stuff, y'all know. So navigate, you know, the charts. It's okay to do a little bit preparation. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, but at least, you know, you have a goal in mind, right? So that's a point to get to. But on the way there, just enjoy the journey on the way there. Look around, take all the advice and the information that you see, of course, process it and use what you need and get rid of, because on a boat you can't take everything with you and you can't take everybody with you, right? So this is a journey. It's a personal journey. You might be able to fit comfortably on this journey 2 other people, to be real with you, right? 2 other people, and you might not even know them yet. You might meet them along the way, kind of like in a movie, how they was alone, or they started off with this group of people, they done gone for whatever reason the story plot line is, but then they meet a whole new people, and then when you compare the first bunch to the next one, you see why that had to happen, stuff like that, right? So just look at it like that and give yourself some time and freedom to be curious, to feel like you are limitless, to feel like there is limitless possibilities and there is no boundaries. You know, you got the wide open sea. I don't know, I'm looking at this card and I don't see any land. So that just means the possibility is just completely yours, right? And you have a compass there. So you have an idea of what you want to do. You're on a mission. You're not just aimlessly floating along like, well, whichever land I land up first, that's where, I mean, it made a lot of people discover a lot of stuff like that. I mean, do you? But at least you have a goal in mind, like, okay, I'm doing this because once this, that, then I might be able to do this, and then this, and that, and that. And you can do little things in your life just to get you comfortable. Maybe you sleep on one side of the bed, but just go sleep on the other side of the bed. Just test yourself in your comfort zone. Maybe you like to drive down this particular street to get home. Drive down another different street. Maybe you like to walk down a different street, this particular street. Go down a different street. You know, change up little things like that. Maybe you have the same thing for breakfast. Try something different for breakfast. You know, maybe you never went to this particular location in your area, but you always wanted to go. Now's the time to go. Now's the time to go, especially if it's free or don't cost the arm and a leg to do it. Oh yeah, you really ain't got no excuse, right? All right, so enjoy this new moon in Cancer. as well as the Lilith. Excuse me, as well as Lilith. She don't want to. I'm gonna get her. Lilith in Cancer season, as well as the Sun being in Cancer season. All right, so go ahead, ride them waves, Taurus. Have a good day and night, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Liliths and Venuses. Yeah, got a lot going on. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Geminis, and Mercury, Geminis. How are you doing? And Lilith, Geminis. Yeah, we get it all in, okay? There's a party in the sky, and I'm here to relay the message, okay? Well, Gemini, you got Mercury and Gemini chilling at home. Then you got Venus up there stopping by and like, hey, Gemini, what's going on? Tell me that tea, Gemini. So this is what's going on. So 2 oracle cards want to come out. And this is just a message, a moon message for the new moon in Cancer with Lilith in Cancer. And of course, it's Cancer season. The sun is there to tell you about how you can get your securities met, how you can feel secure now, you know, how you can take care of the generational curses, you know, with Lilith being in Cancer, right? So here it goes, root of abundance, and then behind that is the power of the purpose, okay? That's the underlying situation. So it's time to plant yourself, okay? It's time to get all your toes into the ground, okay? Ground yourself, right? That's a popular word that's been floating around for years now, but now everybody's starting to talk about it for the last 2 to 3 years. So let's get into it, right? So most of y'all should know what grounding is. So being stable, being deep rooted in yourself, as well as any kind of feelings of insecurity. Okay, this is a card where you have to feel secure. You got to work on yourself in order to feel secure, because that's where the abundance is at. That's where the power of the purpose is at. Because if you're not secure in yourself, in your surroundings, in your environment, in the world, period, as just a being, then you know, you're going to start to lose faith and belief about life, period. And you're a Gemini. Like, no, that's not what we do. Okay, that's not what we do. Right, exactly. We're here to relate to others. We're here to, you know, mix and mingle, to connect, all that kind of stuff, you know, very community-like, people, you know. So to be down and out is like, yeah, it's kind of an oxymoron for a Gemini. That means you're not in control of your environment, and you need to get in control of your environment, even if you have to put boundaries, right? Because anytime a farmer or anybody who grows something is planting something, any kind of new seed or whatever, it's going to put boundaries on where that thing can only grow. It's going to put fences, it's going to put barbed wire, it's going to put wood in between the others, it's going to spread the seeds out 2 inches apart from each other so they all can have their own space. But yet, you know, we're putting boundaries against slugs, we're putting boundaries against birds and animals, we're putting boundaries against microorganisms that you can't even see, but some people put antifungal, you know, just so everything in the environment and the surroundings know, hey, I need to grow. I need to get my roots grounded. No, you cannot eat me up before I get grounded. No, you cannot exhaust all my energy before I get grounded. No, you can't this before I get grounded. You know what I mean? So I'm going to need to put some boundaries and structures up so I can have that space to grow some deep roots. And then I can participate with whatever shenanigans, because ain't nothing gonna sway you. You know, anything somebody hit you with, you're not gonna go nowhere because you took that time to grow your roots. Okay, so the world is full of limited potentials and will nourish you according to what you believe, regardless of the temporary conditions that you see, you know, inside you and outside. But of course, you control your inside, so long as you be firm and be dedicated to yourself and be consistent. Gemini, let me say it again, consistent. What? One more time. Whoa. Consistent with it, right? You're going to have those roots of abundance, okay? And the power behind that is, even if you don't know what your purpose is, by grounding yourself, okay? By feeling safe and secure with your intentions, with your hopes, your dreams, with knowing that, you know, anything is possible. There's all possibilities, and nobody can't tell you otherwise. That, you know, the sky is not the limit. Somebody lied. What is a glass ceiling? I don't know about that. That you just unstoppable, unshakable, like you going for your dreams. You going for what you love. You know what I mean? You got all these ideas that you want to communicate with, but right now people don't understand that's around you. Maybe you got to put some boundaries around them. And trust me, the more you work on yourself, you're going to start to surround yourself automatically. It just happened with like-minded people on that same path as you, okay? So a tall, healthy tree doesn't need to hold on to the ground for dear life, okay? A strong, healthy tree can flow. It can dance with the wind. You know, it can talk to the snow as it falls on it. It don't feel no kind of way. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm unmovable. Whatever you bring, I'm good with it. And I'm still going to keep, you know, recycling my leaves and still growing and still getting bigger and still whatever you bring. So that's the kind of mojo that you want to have, and that's going to help you feel secure. And that's also going to help you deal with any kind of setbacks that you've dealt with for generations that hold back, of giving up on life, giving up on your hopes and dreams, giving up on this, letting your roots being rotted out, letting your roots be exposed too much to the environment, where now, you know, it's rotted out because it's got scorched to death or stomped to death or just, you know, whatever. So take care of yourself by taking care of your internal first. Starts with the mind, right? And when you tell your mind something, it's going to do something, and stay consistent with it, and then you'll see how things will start to unfold. Have a wonderful day and night during this new moon in Cancer and this Lilith in Cancer, with this Cancer season, with this sun up in here, right? Mercury all in Gemini, Venus is hanging out in Gemini. It's real. And then don't forget, on the other side of you, you got Uranus. And you got the North Node in Taurus. That's over there at your neighbor's house, looking at you like, you need to grow some roots, says Taurus. And Uranus is like, you need to be happy and comfortable with your unique, original self, Gemini. Okay, I'm done. Have a good day and night. What's around Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Lilith? How y'all doing out there? Well, everything is all up in your sign, huh? My goodness, the sun, the moon, and Big Mama Lilith is up in there. You know what I'm talking about? Is she your muse? Is she your muse? Well, she came to visit Cancer, and she just in time for this card, right? Call of the Muse. So it's time for you. Oh, it's heavy out there. The waters is real out there. It's heavy. And you know what? They call this new moon the thunder moon, you know? So a lot of thunder, you know, goes on, lightning goes on during this moon. It's also a sweet moon. It's a honeymoon. I forgot to say this in the intro because I was like, you know, wanting to get into the cards. But yeah, this is a whole sweet moon. This is where the whole honeymoon after the wedding come from, based on June, right? And June is a very popular month to get married. And this is all happening during what? Cancer season. So let's get with it, Cancers. So let's ride these waves, Cancers, okay? So get out your emotions. That's what we're going to do. I get it, right? But if you need your emotions to tap in to get you sparked into your emotions, because you know how some people get mad and they rap better when they mad, or they write poetry better when they upset, or they write the best songs when they just had a heartbreak, or you know some people like, oh, they always have a good album every time they break up with somebody. You know what I'm talking about? So some people use their emotions, you know, to as a point of muse. But the point is that you're going to be calling the muse within yourself. This is not an oracle card for you to find someone to do this. No, someone might spark something within you, but it's in you to recognize what that spark is and to be creative with it, not to take that spark and curse that spark out because you all in your emotions. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't be in your feels. Like, I mean, I can't tell a Cancer not to be in your feels, especially with all this stuff in Cancer. But I can tell you to use some mental effects as well. Use your mind. You know, be very self-conscious about, you know, allowing your creativity to flow, you know, from within and send it on out. Whether it's writing it down, journaling it down, no one has to see it type situation, then that's fine, you know. But you are the artist of your life. You are the great artist. You know, you are that divine source of light, especially when you got, you know, your mama, your big mama, and your father supporting you. Literally, the sun, the moon, and Lilith, they're all there cheering you on, literally. And they want you to go ahead and do what you got to do. Bring the genius that you are outside of you, you know, and don't worry about what everybody else is saying, you know. And this reading with Lilith in the reading is the generational curses. You know, Call the Muse is to help you, you know, break some of those generational curses that you may or may not know that your family has been holding back from, but never really, you know, discuss it or talk about, you know, their past and how they used to feel and what they gave up on or not. But today your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. Right? So like I said before, some people can create out of their emotions. Some people create the best out of their emotions. And that's okay, because an emotion is a tool. A tear is a tool. You can take that tear, right? Because you can cry when you're happy. You can cry when you're sad. It's still a tear. So you know what I mean? So transmute that energy and create something out of it. You might create a whole lovely, you might not even knew you could do a certain thing, but because you was in those emotions, and instead of just going off at the mouth or bashing somebody on social media or whatever, you decide to go within and say, you know what, this is making me feel this way, so I'm going to create this. That's what you need to do. Okay, so for you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call, all right, within. Have a wonderful day and night, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Lilith during this whole Cancer season of Cancer Moon with Lilith in Cancer in Cancer season with the Sun. Have a wonderful day and night, Cancers. And comment below to let us know how y'all doing. What's around Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants and Liliths? This is your full moon, oh my gosh, new moon reading for Cancer. And this is a new moon reading in Cancer also for Lilith, because Lilith is in Cancer as well. And of course, this is Cancer season. So we're looking at three things in Cancer, right? So this is for you, Leo. All right, so body and soul, number 5. Now your opposite, okay, which is Aquarius, right? They were like, they wrote a song. Her name is Anita Baker. And it's called Body and Soul. And she talks about, don't leave me out in the cold. Just love me, body and soul. Do you hear me, baby? I've wasted too much time living for what wasn't mine. And then came the day I found you. And now I want nothing less. But she want to know, are you in it? Body and soul, or is this just a temporary thing? And you know, I should just take it as face value, and this is nothing to really hold on to. So this body and soul is for you. Take care of yourself. All you got is yourself, so you have to be whole within yourself. You cannot expect other people to fill your voids. You know what I mean? Yes, as humans, you know, we have humanitarians who don't mind, you know, filling people's voids and things, that, and the other. And I get it, but not all the time, because then you won't have enough to fill your voids, because you done gave all your energy helping somebody else fill their void. So take care of yourself. Seeing yourself as a complete package, you know, body, soul, mind, spirit, a complete package. Not just saying it because it's such a trend now, everybody's just saying it, you know, but actually knowing it, feeling it, being it, you know, and being your authentic self, being who you are. And you have to take care of your body in order for you to be able to show the world who you are, Leo. Because if you are not self-caring, then there's going to be an issue. Right? So, or you could be doing so much self-care on somebody else that you're not taking care of yourself. So answer truthfully, are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to care for others before meeting your own needs. Check in with yourself, okay? Check in. This is the key word, halt, or like pause, halts, like that. Are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? And are you tired? Okay? If any of those, you need to pause. I should put thirsty in there. Halt. You know what I mean? Halt. Something like that, right? But anyway, so this is a signal, this card, and it's a beautiful card to take care of yourself, because if you don't, see all this green and pink and yellows and purples and light blues, that's all going to turn grays and browns and deep burgundies, deep oranges, black. You know what I mean? It's going to start turning into those colors, and then it'll just be nothing but a white card. Start all over, right? So be your authentic self. This Lilith here is a big mama up in Cancer, and she is here to help you get over any kind of emotional stagnation due to generational curses, why you don't feel stable in your life and stuff. So this is it, because you're not taking care of yourself. Just know that life loves you, okay? Life loves you. The universe loves you, right? With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. Because what's the point of wanting a healthy life and wanting all this stuff in your life, excuse me, but you're sick, or you're not even here to enjoy it, And a lot of people have to go through that. But why do you have to go through that when you have time now to make changes? It's time to put yourself first. It's time to put yourself first, and everything will fall beautifully into place, just as you are, Leos. Have a wonderful day and night, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. And if you have Leo as a Lilith in Leo. It's around Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Liliths in Virgo. This is your oracle card reading for the new moon in Cancer, as well as Lilith in Cancer, and the sun is in Cancer. So your message to you, Virgo, is a burst of magic. So you're getting these epiphanies, right? You're getting like this higher sense of knowing things, just like a sense of purpose. And the new moon, and with Lilith being there next to the new moon in Cancer, it's kind of like saying this is what you need to do in order for you to feel secure, in life, in order for you to break out of any like generational curses that you know and don't know of. This is that perfect time to do that. This is what this card is telling you as a burst of magic. It's a sense that everything has a purpose. Like, you have a gift bestowed upon you, and you're just like figuring out, how to go about it, how to make it a reality type of thing, which is all good, because it's like a call. It's like something is lighting you up, So sometimes you may find that some things you've been pondering on, or it's been a dilemma or procrastination, you might be revisiting that, out of the blue. Like, you just could be sitting there, making dinner or something. It's like, poof, you're like, wait a minute, I ain't think about that in a minute. Wait a minute, maybe I should. It's kind of like that. So it's just going to hit you like out of nowhere. And then it's like, okay, so what you going to do about it, So this is a time for you right now, right, to answer. Answers are coming to you, just it's time to use some of those five senses. And a lot of times with using your five senses, you might need to quiet yourself so that you can really tap in, because we take a lot of things nowadays for granted, of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, feeling, all that kind of stuff. We just like, yeah, whatever. But when it's gone, then that's when you really miss it, type of thing. So use them while you have them. All those downloads, you might need to have to write them down or somehow keep track of them, because they're going to be just sparking into you. It's just like gifts that are coming to you. But sometimes, like I said, you will miss the gifts if you're moving too fast, or you're going through life fast, meaning that you don't have a pause moment, you don't have a contemplation moment, you don't have like a retrograde moment, where you have to rewind, go back, let's take a look at it, let's see what could be done different. So use that time during this new moon to take some time in order for you to be mindful. When information pops out of the blue, pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, the actions you need to take will become very obviously, and then only the good will come out of this, because you're not waiting, but you're living your life, but you're also not devaluing the signs and the ideas and the sparks that are coming to you. And this is the time for you to use that magic, that creative magic, during this Cancer season. And this will also help you get over your emotional rut that's keeping you behind from paying attention, from the burst of magic that you might have been ignoring all this time. Have a wonderful day and night, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Lilith, during this new moon in Cancer, during Cancer season. What's around Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your oracle card reading for the new moon in Cancer, as well as the Black Lilith being in Cancer during Cancer season. So you can see a lot of Cancer all around, right? So this is seeing beyond, okay, Libras, and this is going to help you get some type of security, some type of stability and structure, some type of safety, having your vulnerability being secure within those vulnerabilities. It's kind of like any type of generational curses with Lilith was going to come out. So this card is saying, see beyond this, see beyond the limitations of what you expect. Like, do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know? Because maybe you've seen somebody else do it, or you heard of somebody else who's done it, or this, that, and the other, and you're like, nah, I'm good, but you're not looking at the broader perspective. Because yes, some things in life, you do look at other people's life and you can learn from their examples and be like, yeah, no, I'm good, but you're doing this to like a lot of things, and you're like missing out on some of the gifts. Can you allow yourself to see beyond into the vastness of potential, into the unknown of possibilities, into the unknown of all possibilities that can happen? I mean, everybody is gifted with the magical ability to imagine, and when you open to it, you become like a conduit for a divine vision, a greater vision that's beyond your own. You're going to need time to do that. You're going to need your space to do that. You're going to have some quiet time to yourself in order to go beyond what you think is possible. All right. There are two ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective, like what you see is what you get. The second is allowing your imagination to see beyond what something is right in front of you. All right. So all possibilities is your future, is what you need to keep in mind, is what's keeping you not feeling secure and vulnerable. So if you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding traps of fearful projections and drama, you can connect to inner reality you truly want to experience. So you are in your way, and most likely from generation to generations, those people that you came from, have been in their way, and therefore they can only talk about what ifs and this and that and the other, and shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and never amounted to what they shoulda, coulda, woulda, because of them being in their way. So today, know that your vision, what you imagine forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. So everybody's into this whole projection and all that other kind of stuff, and astral projection and all that. It's just the same thing, right? So you're into your imagination, right? And you get so detailed with that, and you take action upon that, where it just manifests on its own, because that's where you're focusing all your attention to. So don't worry about timing of things and this, that, and the other, and who and how and when. It's all in the universe hands right now. Your job is to continue to imagine and take, like I said, those steps forward, and keep the imagine tight. Keep it so detailed, just like when you watch a movie, detail, or you read a book with no pictures, and the wording is so detailed that you create your own imagination based off of that, so that type of play. So go ahead and get into that, and everything will work out according to what you would want to work out. And what a fabulous partnership, you and the universe. Okay, have a wonderful day and night, Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, during this Cancer full new moon in Cancer season, with Lilith being in Cancer as well. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? Scorpios, how's everything going for you right now? A lot of water energy in your sibling sign, all right, of Cancer. So this is a new moon reading in Cancer, as well as the black moon Lilith is in Cancer, as well as the sun is in Cancer. But I already did the Cancer season reading, so if you want to check that out, you can. But with the black moon Lilith here, with the actual moon being in Cancer, and you have a north node right now hanging out with you, okay? So you're feeling the world. You're feeling everything that's going on. You're aware of what's going on. And it could be, you know, overwhelming. You know, it could feel like, you know, a whole bunch of weight is on your shoulders. If you're feeling off or drained when you're with someone or around some place or something, they may be siphoning your energy. You know, it's such an instant. Like the connection is not good. It's not good for you. So no matter how charismatic the person is or how attracted, you know, to them you feel, you know, do not mistake codependency for closeness, or allow your boundaries to become too porous, meaning you're allowing everybody to come in and just drop off their dirt and then leave. You know, they leave in light and you left heavy. You know, that's what we're not going to do, all right? And with this black moon Lilith here in Cancer, with the new moon in Cancer season, it is time for, you know, those changes to take place. It is time for you to start to, you know, handle those generational curses, you know, that's been holding you back, to handle what's keeping you aback emotionally, you know, what's got you stuck in a rut, you know, emotionally, is because you might be overexhausting, you know, yourself and your energy towards other things that are not reciprocating that back to you. So practice saying no, okay? Avoid, you know, the whole temptation to turn off and go numb. Instead, be very persistent, you know? So instead of just like, yeah, that's time and energy that you're wasting, even if you, hey, I gotta go. Yep, listen, I got it. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, all right. Yep, talk to you later. Boom, out. Make it short, sweet, and simple. Like, don't just sit there and just absorb everybody and everybody's magic, you know? Somewhere in the middle of this feeling spectrum or feeling scale, or however, feeling rod, measuring stick, you know, it's the middle is where the magic is, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like, why can't you just meet me in the middle? You know what I mean? So don't get so overwhelmed with other people's issues where you drown, and don't get so, you know, detached from everybody where you're feeling some kind of lack of, because you felt like you done burned some bridges because, oh, whatever. Now, some people you might have to, but that's a whole other story. But give your time some space. Give your time some space. Give yourself some space, you know, and take time into that space where you can actually look at the people, places, and things around you. You can actually see how much your energy is going towards this and that and the other, and you're not using some of that energy on yourself. So use some type of discernment, some type of like balance, and you know, when it comes to how much you give versus how much you receive. And it's not a selfish thing, you know, it's not a selfish thing. It's order for you to keep your mojo, in order for you to manifest and create what you want to manifest and create out of this world. Otherwise, you're just going to be too off-killed and unbalanced, where you're going to start to woe is me and blame everybody else but yourself. All right. So today, celebrate the beauty of your sensitivity and that of others by treating yourself well, by getting in the middle. Not get in the middle to solve problems, but as far as how much energy you're going to give towards people who really is not going to return that same thing back to you, or, you know, anything that come back to you is nothing that you can use, you know, versus you giving out, you know, necklaces and diamonds and gems and stuff as advice and help and as a comforter, and then you getting back a whole bunch of trash. No, that ain't working. All right, have a good day and night, Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, for this new moon in Cancer and the Lilith in Cancer during Cancer season. What's around, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? Sagittarius and Lilith and Sagittarius. This is your new moon reading in Cancer, with the Lilith in Cancer and the sun being in Cancer. And what you got as an oracle advice card for how to maneuver around all this Cancerian energy is sacred reverence. So reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, like not necessarily all to it. It could be all to it, but you're looking at it from all different kind of dimensions and things like that. So it's kind of like looking at the world. Do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at like a piece of grass or something out of the whole lawn, do you just see a plant? When you look at like a new puppy or, a goldfish that you just bought, do you just see just the animal? Because if so, you're categorizing, in a very limited view of the world. So look closer and you observe like there's something more to it. It's like a luminosity to it, and these living sentient beings, you can allow yourself to take, in the world and also of the spirits as well, because you are the Sag, right? So whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual part of it all. And this is going to help you deal with you getting more, feeling more secure, in your emotions, not being so stuck in a rut. And this will also help you with any type of generational curses, since Lilith is in Cancer, how to overcome those challenges. Because Lilith is big mama, she don't play. She here to help you. I mean, it might hurt, but she here to help. This is like a grandmama coming up to the school, with her rollers on and a house coat, because she was just, finished cleaning up the house and she was just about to go meet her girlfriends, but she got this phone call, and then she came up there and then she'd embarrassed you in front of the whole entire school, and then went on back home and mind her business. But that embarrassment of it all, even though you got nicknames now from your classmates from all that, and the teachers are like, smirking at every time you see you, and everybody, the lunch lady know your business, everybody know that the grandma came up there and embarrassed you. But that embarrassment actually helps you in the long run, and as your future self and as an adult. She had to put you straight real quick into a hurry. So can you regard the unknown as being sacred? Embracing the perfection of how you came together in real magic, and how are you tapping into this unity of wholeness, first within yourself and looking outward. So take this time to kind of like sit back, reanalyze, or not even reanalyze, but look at things in a different perspective, from a different light, from a different frame. No matter who or what is in front of you, see the person or thing as luminous, and your interaction as holy. Okay? And Sagittarius can do this more than anybody out of the Zodiac sign. So look at them from that perspective, from a higher angle. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. Have a wonderful day and night. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Lilith in Sagittarius as well, for this new moon reading in Cancer, with the black moon Lilith in Cancer during Cancer season. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, Capricorns, and Lilith and Capricorns? This is your new moon reading in Cancer. It's an oracle card reading about your security, about life, how you feel secure in life, and the generational curses that has been over you, whether you know it or not, all this time. So this is what this reading is about, and your messages you need to release, and willingly release. Not like, give it here, no, give it here, no, give it here, no. No, we're not doing that, Capricorn. Just let it go. You see those sunflower, dandelion, used to be dandelions, now they're back into seed form, and they're flying away, right? They're not staying in one spot. They're traveling all over the place, and they're moving, and therefore the stem is lighter and the plant is lighter and all that kind of stuff. So yield to the divine plan. Yield into the all possibilities of things, okay? Release attachment to anything that you do not want, and you know it. And if you don't, this is a good time to pull out pen and paper, put a line in the middle of paper, what you want, what you don't want. Simple as that. Let's go back to elementary with it, because a lot of this stuff is just elementary work. But, you know, and elementary work sometimes can be daunting as an adult because it seems tedious and unnecessary. But a lot of times you have to put it in front of your eyes so you can see where the balance is and the imbalance is at. So let's go ahead and measure that out. All right, what are you attached to that's bringing you heavy? It's bringing your stems down. You know, like the seeds can't even pop out the flow because it's so heavy. It's just like going like sticking his head back in the dirt, and it's like, no, I don't want to release. I want to keep everything because maybe you don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. Maybe you don't want to burn any bridges and all that. But you don't have to burn bridges and rough feathers. You can be very direct and to the point about what you want to do for yourself and your life and what you need to do. So some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while, you know. Find a little hack in life. So maybe like you're so stressed out, but you're carving out an hour to 2 hours out of a 24-hour period to do something for you to release. Some people walk, some people play music and dance, some people go and work out at the gym or personally to themselves. Some people go for a run, some people go on bike ride, some people paint, some people drive, you know, that's their therapy, they drive. Some people, you know, whatever, but you get what I'm talking about. Some people cook, you know, or bake or do those type of things. So people just start fixing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, let me go in this basement and fix this, you know, and tinker with that. Just like in the Disney movie Tinkerbell. That was her thing, you know. I'm talking about she just would just tinker around and, you know, no worries in the world. So there is a divine plan for each of us. And with this card, you're blocking that divine plan by holding on to anything, holding on to grudges, holding on to people, places, and things that no longer are serving you. And yeah, you may be able to serve them, but do you really want to waste that energy and that time into that person, place, or thing? You know, will you see something prosperous out of it? Is it worth it? So you got to balance. Only you would know. So you have to put in the work, you know, to find, like I said, what is your deepest things that are so deep, maybe from childhood, that you're gonna have to cut loose, you know. So go that deep, but now you must let go, you know, let it go. Okay, so knowing the truth in your heart of what to keep and what not to keep, what to surround yourself, what not to surround yourself, what to release and what you need to hold on to, because for whatever reasons, for informative reasons, as a reminder, don't ever do that again. But you already know it can be difficult, but with the difficulties, you're going to see a lighter self. You're going to see a freer mind, a freer person, a happier person, a more clarity. Oh shoot, and you got Pluto in Capricorn. So yeah, done. The card just said it, and Pluto just said it. 9 to 11 to 13. Yeah. So look at your surroundings. Look at the people, places, things that you're familiar with. All that junk that needs to go. It's kind of like hoarding. Are you hoarding people, places, and things? Okay, it's like that cleanup crew during that show where they come in, they clean up everything, and the person's like, no, that's my new, no, don't let go. And they having a harsh reality about the thing. But as a viewer, you're looking like, girl, dude, bruh, like, ma'am, sir, your house is nice on the outside, but inside you gotta let some stuff go. And you just rooting the person like, let it go, let it go. Okay, that's what the ethers is doing for you. That's what the universe, that's what Pluto is saying, Capricorn. Let it go, let it go. And it's hanging on the tail end, and it's working on its way over to Aquarius. So before it gets into Aquarius, let those things go. And by the time Pluto hits Aquarius, you already starting to be comfortable, you know, in your own skin, in your unique self, because everybody's unique. Nobody is the same. You're starting to feel real good once Pluto, so you don't have to do as much work once it hits Aquarius versus people who not even looking into themselves and looking what needs to be changed and what needs to be kept and let go. So you're going to be one step ahead of the game, all right? Have a wonderful day and night, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Liliths in Capricorn during this Capricorn new moon. And the Lilith is also, Capricorn new moon, Cancer new moon, and Lilith is also in Cancer as well, hanging out with the moon. Have a good day and night with the sun, right? The sun just looking like, look at these two femmes over here. All right, have a good day and night. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Lilith's Aquarius? This is your Oracle card reading for the new moon in Cancer. And ironically, Lilith is in Cancer too. And the sun is in Cancer, but this is about the new moon in Lilith. And Cancer, I did another about Cancer season, more geared towards the sun, so you can go check that out. But beautiful uncaging, number 14. A lot of fours rolling around in these cards. Okay, 4 is a good representative, the number 4 for Cancer. So we got the heart here for you, okay? So it's like prison guilt, you know what I mean? So, but at this time, while you're having this prison guilt, it's time to do some inventory on self, you know, have some accountability. And this is going to help you feel secure in life, you know what I mean? Have that feeling of security, have that feeling of emotional stability, you know? And with the Lilith there, that's Big Mama, honey. She like, yeah, we about to break these generational curses right now, right here. So it's time to make amends, you know, with yourself, with others. Time to be accountable, you know, for your actions. Time to be responsible for your responsibilities, all that grown person stuff. And if you're a child watching this, then it could be things that you have done. Maybe you've done something that your parents told you not to do and you're having a guilty complex over it right now, right? But now is the time to make those amends. Clear yourself out. Clear out your space. Don't hold on to all these faulty things that you may have done or others may have done to you. So you're being called to take, get your scale out, and you're going to start pulling out, okay, what can I release? You know, why do I need to release that? Why is it so important for me to release? You know, because guilt is a powerful emotional state, and it's capable of transforming difficult situations. So it keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. So if you are feeling kind of guilty, you might want to do like a retrograde moment and be like, okay, how can I make this right with this person? You know, how can I make amends? How can I, maybe a bridge was burned unmistakably. Woo, you know, you burn the bridge, you burn drunk high, burn the bridge, but like, oh, I didn't mean to burn that bridge. I didn't mean to say, I am sorry. I didn't really mean that. You know what I mean? And really mean what you say and say what you mean, Aquarius, because your status and the way people look at you might be, you know, funky at this point. Like people might be side-eyeing you. Self-blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate into a low self-worth. So I don't want you to self-blame yourself. No, be accountable for your actions. Yes, I did. Yes, I said that. I was in my feels. I was, you know, not in the right mind. I was drunk that night. I was this, I was that, you know, but whatever. Or I was perfectly fine, but I was just mad, you know. Be honest with that person. And even if you forgive yourself by yourself first, forgive that person by yourself first, that will help you prepare to when you see that person, you'll be able to forgive them. When you see that particular place, because some people have bad memories of a particular place, you can forgive that place. Just start practicing within yourself. And by the time you confront it face to face or see it face to face or whatever, and that connection, you will have a more confidence, a more honesty about it, and that's just going to make who you are shine a little bit brighter. And at the end of the day, the truth hurts, but people can only respect you when you give the truth. So you might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Let that go, okay? Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making, all right? So let's go. Keys there, unlock it, get out, because you are starting to hold all these thoughts and feelings in, and you're starting to, whether it's being egotistical or whatever it is, oh, well, I can't do no wrong, or that person was right. No, sometimes in order to get over something, you have to forgive the situation first to make it. So yes, Aquarius, take a moment to consider, and take a moment now, to consider when you have harmed either yourself or others, knowingly or not knowingly. That's why you're going to take the time out. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it, because you could be lying when you tell background history about yourself or this person or this experience. All right, so use this new moon energy to start looking at stuff in a new way. Start being more so in the middle. All right, that way you can connect with your truthful remorse. And Cancer season, with this new moon being in Cancer and Lilith is in Cancer, this is a perfect time to do a reality check. All right, so be like real honest with yourself. Really check yourself, like a self inventory with a neutral state. Like, kind of act like you're a third party. They don't even know you and don't know all the stories and stuff, but can give you some honest opinions about what you have done. So you want to kind of do that to yourself. And if you need help doing that, then maybe you do need to reach out to an external source to look at both sides of the story, or even if it's just a one-sided story. Some people are very intuitive and they can see the whole within that one piece. All right, but it takes a special person to do that. So when you're looking for counselors or therapists or spiritual lists, just make sure that they have, that you leave the reviews, responses, and all that other kind of stuff, and then you can pretty much go from there, because you are a very wise person. So a good question, of course, like I said, to ask yourself is, why is there guilt there? Where is this guilt coming from, and why am I carrying it? Because some of the stuff might not be yours. You might be holding on to somebody else's guilt. So pay attention and take action to uncage yourself, from the prison that you're making your own, to keep your own self in. Have a good day and night, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Uranuses. And this is for the new moon in Cancer with Lilith. Okay, Grandma Lilith, Big Mama Lilith in Cancer as well during this Cancer season. What's around Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Neptunes? How ya doing? What's around? All right, this is your new moon reading in Cancer, as well as the black moon Lilith that's in Cancer during Cancer season. So it's a lot of water, in the air, a lot of water energies going around. And you are sharing the same card with another zodiac sign. And I'm going to share that link to that sign below, so that way you can do a comparison, because maybe that particular zodiac sign person, person or even thing could be a pet, you know what I mean, that was born during that sign, or something, an event during that sign, something that's going to maybe put more of the pieces to the puzzle when it's coming to your insecurities, because this reading is about, what are you feeling so, insecure about, what are you feeling the lack of? And it might be generational curses with this reading, because this is an oracle card reading for the new moon in Cancer, dealing with family, friends and close ones, people who you consider to be family, or, anything to that particular level. Something that your surroundings, your familiarity, how you feel close to something, So you got the call of the muse. All right, so Pisces, you know this better than anybody else. You are your own muse, okay? Now, how you get it out, that's the question. This is what this oracle card is. So you are having insecurities and you don't feel secure about your creative expressions, whatever that may be, right? How small or how big. You might look at what creative expression is to you, So here you are stuck, right? And, this card is telling you to go with the flow of your creativity, to be inspired, from yourself, to be illuminated within yourself, where it'll just automatically come out and will inspire other people, because inspiration is, all over the place. So You know, don't be so self-conscious about what you create. Don't be so self-conscious about what you put out there. You know, it's almost about to be Leo season, so it's all about that life, about expression, about, you know, showing the world, showing the community, showing your friends and family, showing yourself of what you can do, you know, and, you know, start, you know, taking notes about your thoughts. Start video recording yourself, or even just voice recording yourself of different sparks that you will have, you know, that you already may have had, you know, because Neptune is an outer planet, and it has a broader perception about more things than someone who might be a planet closer to the Earth, you know, because the farther you go away, the more you can have a broader view, a broader angle of different kind of perspectives. So you are the call of your muse, okay? So while you might think you own the magic of your creativity, can you truly say that you're the source of the inspiration, all right? So just as a genius needs to partner with your intellect, so does the muse need you to open your heart and let magic flow through you, okay? So today you are calling on you to be your own muse, allowing your creative energy to flow through you, okay? Don't be so self-conscious. Once again, throw your mind out, okay? The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, name, shape, and a color, right? So your creativity is needed to be seen amongst the world. Excuse me. And you're a Pisces. So it's going to be stuff that people have never seen before. It might be so, you know, unique, original. And Pisces is at home. I mean, Neptune is at home in Pisces. So you really getting all the downloads, okay? So start listening to yourself. Start getting, you know, whatever you do. You paint, you dance, you sing, you write, you know, do things with your hands. You do things with, you know, just whatever you do, whatever is your thing and you know it's your thing, it's time to, you know, be inspired by that thing, okay? Whatever it is. Or it could be a person or place, but this particular time, I want you to more think about yourself, illuminating from the inside. You know what I mean? Because that is where you're going to get all your messages from. From then, you got Neptune at home chilling. So you know when you're at home chilling, you can release. So Neptune is releasing a straight download to all the Neptunian babies, Pisces, probably coming from the feet up. So maybe you go outside and ground yourself a little bit, or give yourself a pedicure, a manicure. Treat your feet nice, Pisces. Do some Reiki on it, or some acupuncture on it. You know, rub your own feet. You know, whatever you need to do. Have somebody else rub your feet to just get that part of your body stimulated. Running, jumping, you know, jumping jacks. You know, anything dealing with the feet. Get that stuff done. Okay, dancing, did I mention dancing, right? And then let that energy move right on up to your crown chakra, and there you go. Bam. Okay, bam. Magic is happening. All right, so you enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day and night, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Neptunes. And this is your oracle reading for the new moon in Cancer with the black Lilith moon in Cancer during Cancer season.